Well, hello and welcome to today's lesson. My name is Reema, and today I'm going to talk about different ways of spending money. Now, who doesn't like to spend money? But each time you spend money, you can't be saying the same thing over and over again. Like, I just spent my money. I spent all of my money. I spent too much money. It's not fun. I have for you some ways of indicating or expressing that you've spent money, but they sound so much more cooler and with it. The first one on my list is to splurge on. Now, to splurge on, the word splurge indicates to go overboard, which means that you spent money, but you spent too much money, you went over your budget, you went overboard. So for example, Rina had been eyeing a designer outfit in her favorite store for a long time, and one fine day she just went and splurged on it, which means clearly Rina could not afford the outfit, but she decided to go overboard and overspend and go over her budget and actually buy it, which means that Rina actually splurged on her outfit. So that's the meaning of to splurge on. And the next one is fairly close, to splash out on. Now this means to spend a huge amount of money. So when Eric decided that he wanted to change his car, he decided to go and splash out on a very expensive car once and for all. So which means that Eric decided to spend a huge amount of money, which means to splash out on his new car. Now the difference between splurging on and splashing out on is very, very tiny. To splurge on means to go overboard, to go over budget. So it just depends on your budget. So it could be a small amount for someone else, but for you, that amount is big, which means you splurged. Whereas to splash out on actually means that you are spending a huge amount of money, but it may or may not be over budget for you. So that's the difference between to splurge on and to splash out on. Now the next one is to squander. Now to squander means to throw away or to waste money. So, I've read many novels in which, I've read the sentence, and the Lord just squandered his wealth away, which means the Lord in question actually wasted or threw away all his fortune, all his money. So to squander means to lavishly just waste or throw away your wealth or money. So that's the meaning of squandering, something that you do not want to indulge in for good reason. The next one on my list is to buy for a song. Now this does not mean that you're singing in order to get something, but it just feels like that because it's, you're actually buying something for such a low price or such an affordable price. So when Sally saw that there was a sale at her favorite store, she actually went and bought a lot of outfits for the price of one, and she felt like she was actually buying it for a song. So when you get a very good deal on something, you pay very little, way little than you would have probably paid otherwise. It means that you've bought something for a song. So to buy for a song means to pay very little or too little. So yeah, it almost feels like, well, I paid nothing, I just sang my way through buying this. So that is the meaning of to buy for a song. Moving on, I have to burn a hole in one's pocket. Now trust me, there is no fire here, as in there is no physical fire here, and you definitely don't need to call the fire station. But to burn a hole in one's pocket actually means that you've spent all your money, so it feels like your pocket had a hole and all your money just slipped out. That's right. To burn a hole in one's pocket means to spend a lot or all your money. When I realized that, my car needed to go to the garage, I also realized that it was time for me to burn a hole in my pocket, or a huge hole was going to be burnt in my pocket, which means all my money was going to go towards the car repairs. So that is the meaning of to burn a hole in one's pocket. Moving on, I have to chip in. This actually is derived from the game of poker, where you actually put your chips on the poker table. Chips are the things that you play the game with. But over here, to chip in actually means to contribute but the best part is it means to contribute willingly. So when you actually give in money or contribute money of your own accord, of your own will, willingly, that's when it's called chipping in. So when we realized that it was Sally's birthday, we decided to gift her a puppy for her birthday. And everyone chipped in to buy the puppy, So which means everyone contributed willingly towards buying the puppy. So that is the meaning of chip in. And the next one is shell out. Now shelling out is not so willing. It's not out of your own volition. It is actually done unwillingly. So it means to contribute against your will. Now imagine that you have borrowed a lot of money from a particular friend, and then you and the friend had a falling out. You all don't talk anymore. And for some reason, you never felt like returning his money. Very bad, I must say. But well, and one fine day, he just came to your doorstep and forced you to shell out the amount, which means he forced you to return or contribute the money against your will. So that's the difference between chipping in and shelling out. When you chip in, you contribute willingly, and when you shell out, you contribute against your will. So that's the difference between chip in and shell out. And the next one on my list is to foot the bill. Now this has nothing to do with your foot or your feet. It just means to pay or take care of the bill. So when it was my father's 70th birthday, I insisted to foot the bill of his birthday dinner, or for his birthday dinner, which means I decided to pay or take care of the entire bill as a treat for my father and my family. So that's the meaning of to foot the bill. It means to pay or take care of the entire bill. And the next one, now this is a favorite with many people and has become a trend all over the world, to go Dutch, which means to split the money equally. So imagine you're going for dinner with your friends and one of your friends says, hey, let's go Dutch, which means let's split the bill equally amongst all of us. So if you're going on a date with a very independent-minded woman and you want to give her the feeling that you appreciate her thinking, all you need to do is ask her, would you like to go Dutch? And she would really like it, if she's somebody who's very independent-minded and believes in going Dutch, which means believes in splitting the bill 2 ways or equally. So that is the meaning of going Dutch. Well, I really hope you enjoyed learning the ways to spend money. In case you want to talk to me, ask questions or share more ways, make sure you write in the comment box below. And of course, if you want to have access to many more such interesting lessons, all you need to do is subscribe to our channel. It's time for me, Rima, to take your leave. Make sure you keep spending money and keep spending it right. Take care.